Protect your DNA. BioPQQ can promote formation of new mitochondria. Infowarsstore.com.
The Senate Intelligence Committee heard testimony this week on the Russian interference in the elections, focusing in hard on the Russian cyberware capabilities.
The circle of deciders is limited to a handful of Putin associates with similar worldviews. They have considerable resources at their disposal, especially since most of their tools are quite cheap. A handful of cyber criminals cost a lot less than an armored brigade, but can do a lot of damage.
The elephant in the room, however, was WikiLeaks' revelation that the CIA have unrestrained cyberware resources to act just as the Russians did to benefit the deep state. The Daily Mail reports WikiLeaks has published hundreds more files today, which it claims show the CIA went to great lengths to discuss its own hacking attacks and point the finger at Russia, China, North Korea, and Iran. The 676 files released today are part of WikiLeaks Vault 7 tranche of files, and they claim to give an insight into the CIA's Marble software, which can forensically disguise viruses, trojans, and hacking attacks. WikiLeaks says the source code suggests Marble has test examples in Chinese, Russian, Korean, Arabic, and Farsi.
I think the Russian term is compromat, and I think it's interesting that they have a Russian term, which is compromising information. And this is active in the sense that not only can they take things off your computer, they can put things on your computer. This is one of their techniques, is it not?
Yes, Americans should look to Europe where this has happened quite a bit more frequently.
Based upon your expertise and knowledge, do you have, any of you have any doubt that it was Russia and Russian agents that perpetrated during the 2016 presidential campaign the hacks of the DNC and the best emails and the misinformation and disinformation campaign that took place during the election?
From the observables we get at the victim sites, you can't always connect the dots. We can't show you a picture of a building. We can't give you a list of names of people who did it. We have to look at a lot of other factors, some of which is incredible amounts of detail. But we've got 10 years of observation here. We've seen similar behaviors in the past. My best answer is it absolutely stretches credulity to think they were not involved.
General Alexander?
I believe they were involved.
Dr. Reed?
I believe they were involved as well.
Thank you.
Former members of my presidential campaign team who had access to the internal information of my presidential campaign were targeted by IP addresses with an unknown location within Russia. That effort was unsuccessful. I'd also informed the committee that within the last 24 hours, at 10:45 a.m. yesterday, a second attempt was made, again, against former members of my presidential campaign team who had access to our internal information, again targeted from an IP address from an unknown location in Russia, and that effort was also unsuccessful.
Could this response to the validity of alternative news be just an attempt by the deep state to resuscitate the dying mainstream media? And is it fueled by the loathsome criminal politicians who feel the heat of the spotlight shining brightly on their previously unknown activities?
We have to educate our people that they can't believe everything that they read on the internet, and part of that is, I think, your very creative suggestion of a kind of Snopes, expanded Snopes to check the validity, so people at least know, okay, there's some likelihood that is untrue.
We need a State Department and a DHS website that immediately refute when falsehoods are put out. Mainstream media companies, we need to be working with them. What if they boycotted WikiLeaks collectively? What if they all didn't race to publish too quickly?
I'm not saying that Russia doesn't engage in cyber warfare, but diverting all of the blame toward Russia without addressing our own nefarious intelligence activities solves nothing. John Bound for Infowars.com.
In case you haven't heard, Infowars has become the most influential media outlet in America. We're making freedom go viral. And now we are proud to announce a new weapon in the epic battle against the globalists. Infowars Prime, where you can watch live high-definition feeds of The Alex Jones Show, plus exclusive insider videos from the Infowars crew and behind-the-scenes action. Go to Infowars.com/app and download today. Infowars Prime is available right now for your iPhone or Android. You will have access to exclusive videos that you can't see anywhere else. And that means live coverage of events and breaking news on location as it happens. You can also take advantage of amazing deals from the Infowars store that are only available for Infowars Prime subscribers. That's Infowars Prime at Infowars.com/app. And if you can hear my voice, you are the resistance.